Hey everybody, this is Leslie with the Plaid Poodle. Happy New Year. If this is your first time here, my name is Leslie Benson. I am the founder of the Plaid Poodle. I teach paper crafting classes. I teach people how to make beautiful home decor, greeting cards, scrapbook pages using stamps, paper, and ink. And I appreciate you all joining me this afternoon. I have decided that in the year 2020, who knew, that I would like to start, or I'm going to start, and I think it'll be fun, something I call Make It Mondays, where I'll come on here every Monday, and we'll make something a little different. I've had my coffee and a card, which I will continue to do those Facebook Lives, but I thought this would be kind of fun. We'll do something different than greeting cards. So to kick off our Make It Mondays, make this cute little mason jar. And I found these, I can't remember. I bought them at Christmas time thinking I would make some little gifts for people. I either got them at Walmart or Target, but they are mini jars and you get 4 in a pack and they weren't very expensive at all. Actually, I already have one out of the box right here. They hold, what does it say? 4 ounces. And they're just adorable. Anything tiny is always cute and adorable. So in this one that I made up already, I put the conversation hearts in because nothing says Valentine's like conversation hearts. Although they don't taste that great. And I also had some candy kisses, which I would prefer over the conversation hearts. But look how cute those pastel hearts look in that jar. But any kind of candy, small candy, would fit in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the candy in there so it's all ready to roll. This is a really simple project, and to make it, I am using a stamp set from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. It's the Meant to Be stamp set. Came out last spring. Lots of lovely hearts and sentiments. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Friendship cards, wedding cards. Absolutely great for wedding cards. I'm going to be using our Layering Circles die. One die from that. I'm going to be using a die from our Stitch Shaped framelits, and I'm also using a couple dies from the Be Mine Stitch dies, and these coordinate perfectly with the Meant to Be stamp set. We're also going to be using Melon Mambo ink because nothing says Valentine's Day like pink, and I love the Melon Mambo. And we're also going to be using the crinkled seam binding ribbon, which is just adorable. I wrapped it around the jar, and then I tied it in a double bow at the top. If you're interested in any of the projects or products you see that I'm using today, they are current and you can purchase them from me. Just visit leslie.stampinup.net. Okay, I have done a lot of the work ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me labor through. But here are the dies. The circle die, the stitched circle die, this cute little heart that layers with the filigree heart. I'm using the 6x6 Designer Series paper in the Brights collection because it coordinates with our Melon Mambo ink. And then you'll need a square of 2.5 by 2.5 Whisper White. That's what we're going to stamp on. I cut the filigree heart out of a piece of 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inch balmy blue cardstock. Last year I discovered the pink and the blue combination for Valentine's Day, and I fell in love with that. I'd never done that before. I'm always late to the game, but I always get there. Hey, Loopy. Hi, Kathy. And then I cut a circle using the Layering Circle die out of a piece of balmy blue cardstock. This is 2 1/8 by 2 1/8 that I cut that out of. And then here's the little stitched circle that I used the stitched shape die to cut out of. And that piece, I didn't write that down, but I can tell you real quick. You can use just a little scrap. A piece of 2 by 2 inch paper would work perfect. And I'm going to try and post all of this stuff over on my blog later this evening, so you can refer back to that. I'll have all the measurements and all the products that I've used today. Okay, so let's get started. I can put these dies away, although I do need this one because I'm going to stamp, and I always like to stamp first. Okay, the first thing we need is a piece of, this is 1 1/4 inch wide by 6 inches. It's not going to go fully around the jar, but our little heart will cover that up. And to cut that out, I'm using our new mini trimmer. This is only available to new demonstrators. So if you are interested in joining Stampin' Up, we would love to have you on my team, and you get a mini trimmer free with your starter pack. These are great for the 6 by 6 papers, and great for crops, great to travel with and carry around. So anyway, so we need a 1 1/4. If you have any more questions about joining my team or becoming a demonstrator, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Go to my blog, theplaidpoodle.com, or visit leslie.stampinup.net. I'm wondering if this looks too skinny to me. What did I do with my ruler? I said 1 1/4. I guess that would be right. 1 1/4 by 6. I'm going to line it up there. Chop it. I love this gingham print in the 6 by 6 designer series paper. Another thing you get for free while I'm at it, when you join Stampin' Up! Right now, while I'm talking about this trimmer that works perfectly with 6 by 6 papers, is a collection of, it's a sampler. It's a designer series paper sampler. I think you get 48 sheets. Let me look on here. Yes, 48 sheets. And that is absolutely free. That is in addition to whatever products you choose for your kit. So that works really nice with the mini trimmer. Like I said, if you're interested in that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, I'm going to take this strip of DSP, and I cut it crooked because I couldn't really get over it, but I think it'll be fine because we are going to cover it up with that heart tag. I'm using sticky strip because I just think it'll hold a lot better on the glass if we use the sticky strip. I don't have fingernails, so I have to use these U-pick tool. Okay, now, like I said, this is not going to fit completely around the jar, but if you start over to the edge of the side, there's flat sides on all the sides, and then bring it around to meet. And then we're going to put the tag on that's going to cover up that open spot. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is pretend like we cut out this filigree heart. I use this cute die from the Be Mine stitch dies, and I cut that out of balmy blue ink. And then I've got this piece of Whisper White that we're going to stamp on because I like to stamp before I cut. And this Whisper White is 2.5 by 2.5. And I'm just using this little You Make Me Happy stamp from the Meant to Be stamp set. And we're going to cut that out with this little die. Hope I didn't stamp too low on the page. I think we're okay. You know how I like to mess up on live video. Okay, I'm going to use a little tape so my die doesn't shift. Talk amongst yourselves while I die cut this out with my die cutting machine. And we are good to go. Okay, now we're going to just glue that to the back of this filigree heart. I guess that's what that pattern is. That's what I call it. And to do that, I'm going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm just going to very gently, as a big glop falls on there, but we'll take care of that. Kind of line the edge of the heart with that. Then I'm going to just take a piece of this scrap and kind of swipe off those big chunks that came out. Okay, I use very good terms, right? Big chunks. And then we're going to hold that on there just for a second. The multi-purpose liquid glue dries really quickly. Technical difficulties. I'll have to remember to turn the sound off next time. I was trying to see if I could see your comments, but I can't right now, so I'll try and answer them after the video. Okay, now to add that on, first I also added, I wrapped some of the crinkled ribbon. This is so cute. It's like we did an iron today. And to do that, I just took a little mini glue dot on one end of the ribbon. And I just lined it up right here. Wrapped it around the jar. And I'm going to add another mini glue dot to that end. Stick it right there. And that'll hold it just fine. Just adds a little extra something. Okay, now before I put our little tag on, or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to take two 12-inch lengths of this crinkled ribbon. I love the grid paper because it has a ruler right on it, and Stampin' Up! Does sell our grid paper. Keeps your work surface clean, and you can also use it as a stamping. This ribbon is very, at least my bolt is, staticky. Need to get some humidity. Okay, so then I'm going to take both those lengths and just do a double bow with them. Just tie it in a bow. You know me and bows, I always have a little bit of trouble. And when they're staticky, makes it worse. Hope you all had good holidays and a happy new year. Like I said at the beginning, I am going to start doing these every Monday. I'm calling it Make It Monday. And I will be doing something other than card making. It'll be a treat holder or a home decor item or something. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's what I really like to do. I love making cards. but I also like to do this fun 3D stuff. I'm not sure what time they'll be, if they'll always be at 2 p.m. Like next Monday, I have my local class, so I will be there at 2 p.m. And there we go. Wonder where that one came from. So it might be an evening one or maybe an early morning one. It's just, I'm going to have to work out the details. But you can always watch these after the fact, because I always leave the recording up. There we go. We just want it to look a little, I don't know, dainty, ruggedy. The heart and circle dies. The heart dies are from the Be Mine stitched dies. They're in the annual catalog, Loopy. They coordinate with the Meant to Be stamp set. Oh, you found it. Okay. I just love this little filigree heart. Okay, now that I've got the ribbon on, I'm going to take another little strip of the sticky strip. I just think it will stick better to the glass jar. And we're going to put our tag on. So anyway, I was saying I will be doing the Make It Mondays. They'll probably be at different times, because I do have my local class. And if you're local in Kansas City, especially in the Northland area, I have a class at Inglewood and 169 on the second Monday of every month, and we'd love to have you join us. Visit my blog or my Stampin' Up! Website, and you can reserve a spot. We do have limited space, so and I have to know how many is coming so I can prepare for you. Okay, the last thing I did was I just put a little something on the top, and that's when I used the circle dies. I cut a 1 3/4 inch circle out of the Balmy Blue cardstock. These may be door prizes for our Monday's class. I just thought of that, guys. I always like to give away some things, and these would be so cute. Okay, and then we're just going to glue that little stitched circle on top of there. And it's finished. Aren't they adorable? They kind of look like little baby food jars. If you had some baby food jars, does baby food still come in jars? They would work too. Just be a smaller jar. I just think they're adorable. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you for Coffee and a Card on Wednesday. Have a great Monday afternoon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.